Hey Apex Agents, it's Mobius Y here with another video for Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. So this is part 2 of today's character build guide on the Asari Adept. And we got a game on Firebase 0 against Outlaw. I know, super cliche, but sometimes when you pick random, that's what happens. People wind up playing on the farming maps, even though they didn't necessarily want to. Firebase 0 is an okay map for this character, though. It's very easy to control the spawns and set up for really good spawn nuking, which is something that the Asari Adept is really good at. So you'll see me attempt to do that a fair bit in this gameplay. You'll also see the very stereotypical Asari Adept gameplay. Rush in, use your powers, make things explode, and watch stuff die. That's generally the bread and butter with the Asari Adept, and in this particular character build and this particular character build play style, so to speak. But it's definitely more than that. You'll see me make some serious mistakes where I linger too long and I lose situational awareness, or I simply bite off way more than I can chew and I get down super fast. The Asari Adept is by no means a tough character, so you have to know well ahead of time what you're getting yourself into. You don't want to just rush in headlong because, oh, there's enemies over there, I can take a few out. Next thing you know, you're getting staggered by 2 Krogan Berserkers because they just shot you with their flak cannons. They're headbutting you. A Hydra is blasting you with his cannon. A Pariah is using her shield to block your powers. And then there's 3 Raiders also gunning you down. So, bad situations all around. But you'll see the truly awesome effectiveness of Annihilation Field. It absolutely nullifies the danger from things like Outlaw Adhees. There's even, I think, at least one instance where I completely ignore what's going on behind me, and an Adhe runs up and he just stays in my Annihilation Field and just dies to damage over time, and I didn't even notice he was behind me, for example. So that's what the use of Annihilation Field is for. It does that to Breachers, it does that to Ket Wraiths, just those really annoying, pesky rushers that try to force you out of cover by point-blank staggering you with melee attacks or doing their grabs, whatever. Those really annoying things. Annihilation Field almost completely nullifies the threat that those units possess. So that leaves you to clean up other mooks. And in this game, you'll see me try and focus things like Outlaw Raiders and Sharpshooters. You know, the lowest of the low in terms of enemies. Because, as I said previously, this thing destroys mooks. This character setup absolutely destroys mooks when you're running around setting off biotic explosions like crazy. So keep an eye on how many times I screw up. You know, when I go in, sometimes I just hang back and I play it safe, and I don't necessarily rush in there. I just kind of play it safe and try to shoot people down, or even do a couple throw lance combos. You'll see that happen a few times where you can set off some biotic detonations at range. That is personally why I preferred not taking throw up to rank 6 and instead being able to take offensive biotics up to ranks 4 and 5, because at rank 4 you get the global cooldown reduction, and at rank 5 you get the global detonation damage and detonation radius increases. So by hitting somebody at long range with a throw and causing them to float in the air, and then hitting them with lance either immediately afterwards or a few seconds afterwards, I'm not losing out on the combo detonation bonus that a rank 6 throw would give me if it was the detonator. So by switching that around, I'm able to make effective use of the offensive biotic passive bonuses to combos and whatnot. So you'll see some throw lance combos, and you'll see me use a little bit of melee. Don't forget to use your melee on this character, because anything within melee range is being debuffed by 20% because of your Annihilation Field with the rank 5 debuff pick on Annihilation Field. So don't forget to use your melee on certain mook characters or sub bosses. If you have your powers on cooldown, or you're really low, your gun is really low in the magazine, or you simply just don't want to cast a power and be on a cooldown because you know you're going to be rushing into the next area with at least 1 or 2 enemies, just punch them in the face. It actually does decent damage even without significant melee bonuses. All I have, as I said, is the rank 2 or 3 melee damage upgrade in Barrier. I didn't even pick the rank 5 melee damage upgrade. There's the melee damage bonus from the veteran bonus for getting the character all the way up to grade 20. And there's the debuff damage bonus. It still hits decently hard. You can knock down Raiders or Ket Chosen who are less than half health, you will probably shave off the rest of their health. If not, they'll be close enough to dead that Annihilation Field will just finish them off with damage over time. So don't forget to use your melee, and don't forget that at longer ranges on unshielded, unarmored enemies, you can hit somebody with a throw and then set off a combination with a lance. Really effective if you have 1 or 2 unshielded mooks in groups of sub-bosses that have armor or shields who simply would not be affected by your throw. So you can hit one person with a throw to make them start floating, and then hit them with a lance right afterwards and set off a detonation that affects everybody in the area, even if not all of them were necessarily lifted in the air by your throw. So keep an eye out for that going on in the gameplay as well. This is largely just a close range, high risk, high reward Bruiser kind of character. She's more of a caster in this particular build, but you still see quite a bit of gunplay throughout this gameplay video. You will still be utilizing quite a bit of gunplay, because with a decent weapon, you're putting out lots of damage, putting out really good damage at a constant pace, whether it's with your powers, whether it's with your gun, whatever. So she's just really good at constantly pumping out damage, and as I said several times, she is really good at nuking spawns and destroying groups of mooks, provided that you don't put yourself in a bad situation. So I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. For more Mass Effect Andromeda content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I try to upload every Tuesday, and if you'd like to keep tabs on what I'm doing, as well as any upcoming projects or just general news and babblings, feel free to click the link in the description to my Twitter feed and give me a follow on Twitter. This has been Mobius Y from Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Good luck, Apex.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
I gotcha.
Next one's on me.
Reload. We're tracking reinforcements.
My shields are out.
Hostiles en route.
New location.
My shields are out. Watch your head. Heads up.
Squad member down. I'm reading a flatline.
Incoming fire.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Incoming fire.
Nice job, Apex. Keep it going.
Got it like we practiced.
Hostiles en route.
Got 'em all. They got a Hydra.
Shields are down.
Teammate injured.
Watch your head.
member down.
I'm here. I need ammo. Watch your butt. Watch your butt.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Lost my shields.
Enemies down. Keep your guard up. We've located data sources. Get them uploaded before we lose the connection.
Hydra. Lost my shields.
I'm reading a flatline. Squad member down.
Lost my shields.
Fragment uploaded.
Get your ass out of
Flatline.
range.
Squad member down.
My shields are out. Lost my
Teammate
shield.
injured.
Appreciate the help.
Teammate injured.
Watch your butt. My shields
Squad
are
member
out.
down. Hang in there, Apex.
Watch your head.
Upload complete. Good job, Apex. Almost done.
I'll round them up.
Just 3 hostiles remaining. That hurt them. Be ready. Time to go. Get to the extraction site.
Hydra!
I'm reading a flatline. Squad member down. Squad member down. Teammate injured.